Okay, today's project is to build a new section of the fence. I just pulled in our prior video. You can see where we in the spring, early this spring, we put this fence line, the T-post and the post, pressure treated post, into the ground. And just last week we stretched it. There's the barbed wire. Listen to this. It's too tight. And then here we got the woven wire. But when we pull that, if you could take a look here, that post should be like this, but it's like this. So now my gate is racked. It needs to be mended. So what I'm going to do, take the gate off, take it back up to the barn, pull from it some measurements, and then come back in and see how it fits. Let me show you what we got going on. This gate's fine. If you look at this post here, I think well, you know what? I overstretched it as well. Let's see what that barbed wire sound like. Not as bad as the one to the right, but this one doesn't look bad. It sets really good. I think it's coming downhill. One of the reasons why it did okay. But take a look at that gate. Well, it's doing some crazy stuff too. It's the dimensions between the ground and the bottom of that gate is not bad. Then it widens up here. So what I'm gonna hope to do with this one is to keep the dimension, rebuild this gate, use this at another place on the property, but then also try to keep the dimensions for over here the same as well. So you'll see, stay tuned, see what I got going on. Talk to you later. Okay, I've gotten busy and made a new gate. I don't know if you recall the other gate. We had too big of a gap between the two gates. And one of the reasons why, well, first of all, we made the gate too short. I made the gate too short. And then this compounded issue, when you see that H post there, that's pulled crazy that way, and then look at the brace wire. There's no tension in it at all. And the reason why, listen to this. I think I pulled it too tight. I got to look at not doing that when I work on my next fence or gate. That baby wants to open by itself. But no, just wanted to show you the final product. And let me remind you what I did. This rail here, ordinarily it's over here, that's plumb right here. But because of this huge gap right here, I opted to make the adjustments over here. And I moved that rail that way so that it would look plumb. If you didn't know any better, had I not shared this with you, you wouldn't notice. Well, some of you, most of you hopefully would not notice it, but those who make gates on a regular basis will be able to see that in no time at all. What I was hoping to do as well is that I was hoping to maintain the gap between the end of that, the bottom of that gate in the ground and here. And I minimized that to a degree, but primarily it's in pretty good shape. So yesterday, we finished making this gate and putting it up. It's not bad at all. I think I reused the hardware, the hinges on the sides, but I think I have invested in this about $15, $20. I used rough cut lumber and some lumber that we had in the past. There's some stuff from another project, but this is rough cut lumber, 1x10s. And then what I've done, I split that in the middle, get my 1x5s, 1x6s, and then there we go. So that's my update on my gate. And what we're getting ready to do now, this is about 2 acres, maybe a less. I would be pushing it if I said 3 acres, but at least 2 acres. We're getting ready to move our horses in here. We wanted to graze this for a little bit. We cut this over here because there's no way in the world that they're going to be able to keep up with this. So, but back over there, we hope that they'll graze that. Not only are we hoping that they graze it, we hope they get into become accustomed to when they see us, perhaps it's time to move to a new field, a new pasture. So I think it's it. This one here is just to update the fence and my gate here, and how we changed and made the adjustments to make it work. And ultimately, as a result of that, we'll get our horses and our sheep rotated over into this area. Okay, just on the McKenzie homestead.